Netanyahu announces plan to take over Gaza City.
Vietnam, Angola celebrate 50 years of diplomatic ties.
Unique passport spreads love for Nghe An.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Nghe An and here we go, the first up of the show. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared that Israel intended to take military control of the entire Strip Gaza despite intensifying criticism at home and abroad over the devastating almost 2-year-old war.
You met Palestinians who are fighting Hamas.
In an interview, Netanyahu said that Israel wants to establish a security belt, not directly controlling Gaza, but handing it over to Arab forces to manage. He did not elaborate on the governance arrangements or which Arab countries could be involved. Netanyahu made the comments ahead of a meeting with a small group of senior ministers to discuss plans for the military to take control of more territory in Gaza. One scenario under consideration is a gradual occupation of uncontrolled Gaza areas. With evacuation warnings for Palestinians, Israel's political security cabinet approved a plan to take control of Gaza City early on Friday, hours after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statement.
The U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday said he has ordered U.S. Commerce Department to create a new U.S. census that excludes people who are in the country illegally.
U.S. President Donald Trump has directed the Department of Commerce to immediately conduct a new census by collecting highly accurate data based on current facts and figures. And importantly, using results and data from the 2024 presidential election. Illegal immigrants will not be counted in this statistic. The post also comes as Trump backs an attempt by Texas Republicans to redraw their state's congressional map in order to boost their prospects in the 2026 midterm elections. In particular, the state of Texas has been the focus of national attention in recent weeks when the U.S. leader declared that the Republican Party has the right to win at least 5 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives in the upcoming election.
Vietnam and Angola just celebrated the 50th anniversary of their diplomatic relations November 12, 1975-2025, with a ceremony held in Luanda on August 7. Vietnamese President Luong Quang and his spouse and a high-ranking delegation just attended the event.
The friendship and solidarity between the two countries was laid from the period of national liberation struggle. With the historic visits of President Antonio Agostinho Neto to Vietnam in 1971 and General Von Nguyen Giap to Angola in 1980. Over the past 5 decades, this relationship has grown steadily, marked by political trust and close bonds between their parties, states, governments, and peoples. Cooperation has flourished in multiple areas, from politics and diplomacy to economy, culture, education, health. President Quang's visit holds special significance as it aims to set future directions for bilateral ties and underscores Vietnam's policy of unceasingly enhancing partnerships with Angola and Africa at large.
Upcoming are some updated news.
This morning, a working delegation from the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations, led by its president Phan An Son, offered flowers and incense in commemoration of President Ho Chi Minh at the Kim Lien National Special Relic Site. Over the past time, the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations has constantly innovated and improved the effectiveness of people-to-people diplomacy activities. In the spirit of peace, solidarity, friendship and cooperation, thereby affirming the role and position of people-to-people diplomacy in the cause of socio-economic development, while contributing to promoting the image of the country and people of Vietnam to international friends. The delegation also paid a visit to Chung Sun Temple, the ancestral temple of President Ho Chi Minh. On this occasion, The Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations mobilized foreign non-governmental organizations to provide flood relief and social security aid to Nghệ An province with a total value of 3.4 billion Vietnamese dongs.
Nghệ An will officially inaugurate 3 major projects on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the National Day of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The 3 projects registered by the Provincial People's Committee include the coastal road from Ghi Son, Thanh Hoa, to Cua Lo, Nghệ An. From km7 to km76 with a total investment of 4.651 billion Vietnamese dongs. The traffic road connecting Vinh, Cua Lo Phase 2 with a total investment of more than 1.415 billion Vietnamese dongs and Nghệ An Oncology Hospital. Phase 2 with a total investment of 1.259 billion Vietnamese dongs. The total investment of the 3 projects is up to more than 7.300 billion Vietnamese dongs. These are all projects of strategic significance for socio-economic development, improving the province's transport and health infrastructure.
The Ministry of Construction has just sent a document to the People's Committee of Nghệ An Province regarding the project to renovate and upgrade the navigation channel and the northern breakwater of Cua Lo Port. The project aims to accommodate vessels up to 30.000 tons fully loaded and 50.000 tons partially loaded. Currently, Cua Lo Channel can only accommodate vessels up to 20.000 tons partially loaded due to a lack of deep dredging, causing large costs for businesses. The ministry has included the project in the public investment proposal list for the 2026 to 2030 period and has requested the Provincial People's Committee to promptly arrange a location for the dredged material. The upgrade of the navigation channel is expected to create a breakthrough for import-export activities and economic development in the region.
Driven by a love for their homeland and a passion for exploring history, culture, and nature, a group of students from Phan Bội Châu High School for the Gifted has just launched an interesting project called Space Stamp. Through this project, the young people hope to bring the tourists closer to traditional values, helping to spread pride and love for the land of Nghe An. More in the story today.
A passport not for traveling abroad, but for exploring one's own homeland. A stamp not merely a symbol, but a memory, a culture, and a source of pride for the land of Nghệ An.
We got the idea from the stamps used for immigration when entering or exiting a country. The 12 stamps represent 12 geographical locations across 3 categories: historical and cultural sites, eco-tourism destinations, and traditional craft villages.
From the idea to the design, printing of the passport and stamps, all are undertaken by the students themselves. 12 wooden stamps, representing 12 typical landmarks of Nghệ An. After completion, the passport will be sent to visitors, opening a journey to explore Nghệ An.
The most difficult part was the process of drafting and drawing the stamps for the 12 geographical locations. We wanted the stamps we drew to be both aesthetically pleasing and to meticulously and vividly depict the unique characteristics of each location.
Each stamp is placed at the specific location it represents. Visitors will stamp their passports themselves, under the guidance of the site's management or the tourism area, turning the trip into an engaging and interactive experience.
I find this passport to be very interesting. It allows me to both visit tourist attractions in Nghệ An and collect stamps. Through this experience, I've come to love my hometown even more.
With the support of the management units of relics and tourist areas, the project has operated smoothly and spread the message of respecting and preserving the cultural values of the homeland.
This is a very creative initiative that effectively promotes the image of the local area, especially the Temple of Emperor Quang Trung. I hope this initiative gains more recognition and that many tourists get to experience it.
Each stamp not only records a journey but also preserves the stories and cultural values of Nghe An. From these small passport pages, love for one's homeland and country will be spread, nurtured, and preserved through every generation.
Now is the end of the show today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.